Hello, everyone. I went to see The Strangers Chapter 3. Now, I liked 1, and a lot of people kind of knock it down. There are some people that do like it. The Strangers Chapter 1 to me, I enjoyed. I watched 1 and 2 again before I went to go and see 3 because I was looking forward to 3. They say the third one is the best one out of the bunch, but it's still a bad movie. Now, I don't see that. I actually liked the buildup. Like, I do agree that it didn't really need to be 3 movies. It could have been 2 movies and that's it. So I kind of agree with that because the second one was kind of, I liked it though. I really enjoyed the second one. So there's going to be spoilers leading up to the third one, and then I won't say anything about the third one. Now, if you've never seen the original Strangers, they made 1 and 2. The first one was just a couple they attacked, and then the second one was a trailer park home. These people attacked them in that, and I liked the second one better. Stranger Things Prey at Night, I believe. I liked that one better. Now, this one was a 3-parter, and it started in 2024. And I liked the first one. The first one had people go to this small town, and then, because they're going on an adventure around, traveling in a car, and they're just having a fun time doing it. So once they get to this town because they want to eat something, you could tell that the town's a little weird, a little strange. They don't really welcome them too much. They do in a way and they don't in a way. And then all of a sudden they come out and the car's not working. And he believes, the man believes that they messed with the car. The people that came and said, "Oh, do you have a problem with your car?" Because they own an auto shop just across the street. But whatever the case may be, the woman calmed them down. They decided to rent a cabin. So they rented a cabin. Now you have the strangers that come, and they attack and kill the man, but the woman survives. So part 2 now is the woman trying to recover at the hospital, and there's an attack at the hospital, and she's running throughout the whole movie trying to survive. Then there's flashbacks of why these people became killers, or the way their mind works, that I liked. Then this is the third one. Now the third one to me explains more. It explains more about the tattoos that they had. It explains a little bit more of their past that I liked. Now, I like the acting in this. The same director directed all 3, and he also directed Die Hard 2, and he also directed Cliffhanger, and some other great movies as well. And he also made some movies that didn't do too well at the box office too. But overall, I like him as a director. I liked the approach. It was the same writers for all 3. As far as I know, I should have double checked that before I mentioned it now. But overall, just imagine this. A stranger comes and they attack you, and they kind of play around with you in the first movie before they tie you up and they stab both of them. So that's what they did. They were playing around with them. They could have killed them at any given time. They were watching them, seeing what they were doing, because that's what they do. They liked playing before they killed. Then they stabbed both of them. The woman survived, and the sheriff kind of knew something. You could tell that he kind of didn't want to talk about it. The deputy wanted to tell the woman, and some people didn't want to talk about it. So like the town knew about it, but kind of like it was a well-kept secret. So also in the third one too, her sister, like in the second movie, her sister calls an ambulance to come and pick her up in the town and take her out of town. Now, this is where some people were like, well, why didn't they just allow her to leave? Why didn't they just allow her to leave? And that would have been the end of it. Because you had now her sister coming in the third movie, looking for her and wondering what happened to her. Why did she run out of the hospital? Where is she? What's going on? And no one is telling the sister. And the sister has 2 friends with her as well. So there's a lot going on in this movie, and I like the fact of the flashbacks. I like how the director did it. I like how they wrote it. I liked all of them, actually. I really enjoyed the whole thing. So to rate it in whole, I would personally give it an 8 out of 10 in whole. Now, if I was breaking it up in parts, the first part to me was a 7 out of 10. The second part, I liked chase scenes. And also, too, this woman was trying to survive. She was tough. She was trying to really survive. And that's what really got me there. You know, she gets out of the hospital and she's trying to survive. She doesn't know who to trust. Who can she believe in? Who could help her? And that's logical. That's really logical. Can I trust this person? Can I trust this person? I liked that. So I gave that one a 7.5. The last one, I would give a 7.5 to an 8. That's why the whole thing, I give an 8 out of 10 for all three The Stranger ones. But the original one, strangely enough, I never liked the first one. The second one I liked really better in the Trailer Park, and I watched that again. It's not a direct sequel to those, but it just tells the story of these three killers with those masks. All right, everyone. 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it in the theater. I was the only one in the theater, so when I actually left, I couldn't ask anybody else if they liked it. Unfortunately, I was kind of hoping for that, but it's always nice to be in the theater all by myself. All right, bye for now. Have an incredible day, everyone. And you would be surprised who's in here. I was going to mention actors' names, and I was like, nah, I'm not going to do this. I want you to be surprised, because I was kind of like, who is this? I recognize this person. And then I looked them up going, oh, and sometimes it's just nice to be surprised. And that's why I don't like watching movie trailers. All right, check out my other movie reviews, food reviews, and much more. And thank you again for watching. Bye for now, everyone.